coming from Colorado. You know, our secret is out. It's one of the best places to live. No offense to my colleagues, but people are moving there at a significantly high rate. Now, because it's become so unaffordable, it's starting to move in the other direction. But especially places in the 7th District in the rural communities. We saw through the pandemic people moving when they could work remotely, and we saw some of these houses increase threefold in just a couple of years and people being pushed out of their communities. This is something that hits every aspect of the challenges that places across Colorado are facing when it comes to hiring workforce for our small businesses, being able to keep our public servants in our community, to be able to hire our firefighters, our teachers. So this is why I asked to be on financial services. This is something that I plan to work with all of you on and everyone here on this committee to address accessibility and affordability. The thing that I oftentimes think about is really the housing crisis. We still haven't actually come out of that. We're still seeing some of the effects. We know that home builders were wiped out during that time. It took us back in our ability to actually increase capacity to build houses. We have a housing supply issue. And one of the number one barriers that we're facing is not just our ability to produce and build this, and I can't not talk about immigration reform and our failed policies there and actually filling the gaps. But it's also the rising costs with local permitting. I had the opportunity to visit a business in my district called Fading West, and their goal is to, mass production of houses, like we do, approach it in a way that we do with cars, have assembly lines in a warehouse, be able to turn them out and make them unique to the communities that are buying them. They said that even though they're able to reduce about 20% of the costs there, one of the largest costs ultimately come down to all the local permitting processes. So it's not just about, it's what can we do to incentivize the mass production of houses, addressing the workforce shortages, and also incentivizing at the federal level some type of local permitting process and streamlining so that we can actually address some of these significant barriers that people are facing. First, I know I covered a lot there. Last thing that I'll talk about, you all mentioned mortgage insurance, and we've talked a little bit about this, and something that I found out as a homeowner, because I was lucky enough to get in right before the financial collapse. It's the only reason that I had any wealth as a public servant. But it was, I was paying for years mortgage insurance that I actually didn't have to pay. It doesn't automatically come off. You have to be educated enough to know your equity in your house, and you have to advocate for yourself. It seems like a really simple thing if we had that automatically come off to reduce costs as soon as you hit your 20% equity. Would like your opinion there, and also would like to hear your ideas around what we do around workforce shortage, how we address our immigration reform, immigration opportunities here in this country, as well as our local permitting process.
Go ahead. Oh, I did want to jump in and say that mortgage insurance should now automatically cancel at 78% LTV.
Great.
So,
yes, I was going to say the same.
When did that go into effect?
It's been there for a long time, I believe.
That's great.
I mean, but Congresswoman, I think the point there
my bill
is
idea is gone.
Well, no, but I think, this is where homeowner knowledge can be helpful, because it automatically comes off based upon the amortization of the mortgage. But if the homeowner knows that their house price has been appreciating in their community, they can get it appraised and use that evidence to have the mortgage insurance removed sooner. And so this is about, it's important to have educated home buyers, and that's going to make home buyers more sustainable and smarter about the financial decisions they make.
And again, I just want to emphasize that because of the new pricing grid, many borrowers will actually see a decrease in their LLPAs, and a lot of that is attributable to the fact that in the previous grid, they were being overpriced because they were not being given enough credit for the capital and the losses that the private mortgage insurance protects the GSEs and the taxpayers from incurring.
Great, and then what I always talk about is our workforce shortage here in the United States. our inability to address the visas that we need for people who want to work here legally and a pathway to do so, and how that affects home builders as well. Can you all talk about the significant need in that area?
Would ask witnesses to respond if inclined in writing. The gentleman from New York, Mr. Lawler, is now recognized for 5 minutes.